Okay, Suzanne, it's 5:30 in the morning, so if we are a little discombobulated, I'm surprised I could even say that word.
What?
What? Where are we going?
This time we're going to the San Blas Islands on the opposite side of Panama in the Caribbean.
Yes, because last time we went to Contadora.
On the Pearl Islands, on the
Pearl
Pacific
Islands.
side of the Caribbean.
Oh, you're so wide awake. Have
I
you
know a
had
couple
coffee?
things today. I did.
You had coffee already?
Yeah.
What?
I mixed it with cold water in the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, Texas.
Just to give you an idea of where we were going, which is very remote. Our driver, Francisco, had some pretty cool tunes playing. We listened to Bob Marley, we had Donna Summer, we had the Eagles, and he was a good singer. We finally arrived at Carti and took a boat taxi. Seemed like forever, and I have no idea how they navigate and find their way around. And then we eventually found our way to our boat, but we drove past some beautiful islands and these cabins over the water. They're actually kind of expensive and very rustic, but it might be a more economical way to get to see San Blas. After dropping off other passengers on their islands, we made it out to Cayo Limon, and that's the bay, the water area. And finally, we spotted the Intrepido Experience and got to meet Alex and Anabel, our captains and chefs and hosts, for the amazing experience in the San Blas. All right, here we are on we just arrived on the boat. Yay!
No more mask. Yay!
Awesome.
And
Only
no
snorkel
shoes.
mask.
No shoes for 3 days.
No shoes.
Yes,
Woo! And we're just about to have a nice cold beverage.
beautiful island.
The San Blas Islands is an archipelago, I can never pronounce that word, of 365 islands. There's about 49 that are inhabited, and the whole area is governed by the indigenous Kuna Yala people who have complete autonomy over how the islands are governed. There are several flags representing the Kuna Yala. One was the swastika design that was symbolic from the ancient Kuna Yala times, and then was modified when the Nazis in Germany in 1942 used that as the Nazi symbol. I don't know how Anabel created so much magic in this little kitchen, but everything she made was delicious. Well, I hope you enjoy just a little bit of the sailing footage. I know it's not really like being there with the salty breeze in your face, but enjoy. So here's a story for you. See this boat in the center of the frame? Apparently, legend has it, that's a man from New York who sailed down 15 years ago and wanted to buy the island. And he was very forceful with his desire to buy the island, even though it cannot be sold. The man gave money to one of the people on the island, and then that person left and said, okay, yeah, the island is yours. And then the Kuna representative came to the island and said, no, 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 you don't own this island. Nobody can own the islands other than the Kuna. And the man said, but I gave money to this guy. And the man said, well, I don't see anyone. What man? What guy? And so he's been sitting there outside the reef for 15 years, anchored. Who knows how much truth there is to this story, but it makes for a fascinating story. We set anchor here and got into the water and snorkeled for the first time, which was amazing. And of course, someone else's pictures don't do it justice when you're there underwater. This paella was so delicious. Oh my goodness. And here's little pictures of the inside. That was my cabin. Plenty of room, had my own bathroom, and it's very comfortable for all of us on board. What I really started to notice being on the boat was how you just can't help but stare at the clouds and just watch the colors changing very subtly, and how the passage of time is just measured by the shades of light and dark and the colors, and it's very, very peaceful and tranquil. That, in combination with going snorkeling and having this whole other world beneath the water, it's truly special. You're gonna do slow motion running. Go!
I thought I was supposed to do it topless.
This is Barbecue Island. What are you looking at?
I was getting behind you.
Oh. Barbecue Island, otherwise known as Marapuyo? No. Marayup, I think. And it's one of the last islands in the San Blas archipelago. Is that the right way to pronounce it? Archipelago?
I think it's archipelago.
Archipelago. This is a really cool plant. All right, Suzanne. Cheers.
Cheers!
Yay.
Here's to island living, island girls.
Here's to being island girls. I'm loving this so far. This is amazing. I'm totally relaxed. You?
She was relaxed around a manta ray today.
No, I wasn't that relaxed.
Okay, I'm lying, but she saw one.
Yes.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. You can see the huts or cabins that the Kuna Yala live in are very, very rustic, often made with bamboo tarps and palm fronds, anything they can find to kind of create the shelter. They'll often sleep in hammocks. Water is brought to the island because there's no store on this little island. There's no way to get anything unless it comes in by boat. In the small world department, this guy spends some time living here on the island, and then also he works at a resort in the Rio Hato area, which is actually close to where Suzanne lives. And he spoke English. It was nice to chat with him, and he also knew Alex, the captain of our boat. It was really early in the morning for me. Remember, I'm not a morning person. So I popped my camera out through the ceiling hatch window to see if it was worth getting out of bed and going up the steps. And I think it was, absolutely. There's something about being on that boat and the stillness of the morning with the water that's calm and the sun is rising. It was just incredibly peaceful. And I think I was the only one awake at that point.
Okay, Suzanne, what happened?
It was a stingray attack. It was vicious and ugly. I'm lucky I lived. I saved my friend by pushing her out of the way.
Yeah.
Actually, the truth is we don't know what happened. But I've cut my foot, and thankfully I have a medical professional here that has saved my foot, and I get to swim later.
Nurse Anabel, do you think this was the surgery fish?
Probably. I don't have any due. It was like that because, or another mystery history in Intrepido Experience. We don't know. You never know.
I'm gonna make the vlog.
We make the brown, yes.
All right, and this is the
Performing.
surgical cut.
Yeah. Good thing we have a nurse here.
We lucked out.
Yes.
I'm with the victim of the vicious attack by the surgery fish. Are you okay? Do you think you're going to survive this?
I have high hopes I'm gonna make it. I've been told by a medical professional my chances are good.
Good. We're very, very grateful for that.
Thank you for all your wishes and prayers.
Yeah.
And that comes from the heart.
Yeah. And so we picked up anchor to sail off to another beautiful spot for snorkeling in crystal clear water. Today is Saturday, and we just took up anchor from the spot where we spent last night, and we're sailing to a new spot where I think we'll probably get to snorkel again and do some swimming.
Look at how beautiful.
There might be an island with some indigenous people where we can maybe look at some molas. So that is what we're up to right now. I think part of the allure of the San Blas Islands is that it's so pristine and so untouristed. And there's very strict rules. For example, you cannot go scuba diving, no windsurfing, only snorkeling.
Captain,
Hello.
where are we going?
Now we go to the Isla Julio. It's in the east of the Holland Case.
And where is this beautiful place that we're leaving?
This place is, the name is
Something.
Sibaduk. Sibaduk.
So, I don't know if you guys remember when I had a crazy idea to maybe volunteer as a workaway person on a boat. But I'm actually going to look into that again because this experience is just absolutely incredible. It has to be really challenging to navigate in this water because you can see, like right there is reef and shallow, and then, you know, it drops off into the deep. I hope you're getting a sense of the peace and relaxation just from watching the video. This was my first time doing a sailing trip like this. It was just an incredibly magical first time experience. I think I've been very spoiled having it be in the San Blas Islands. We stopped at the place of Sia, who put the beaded bracelet on my ankle, and Anatolina is the older woman who then posed for pictures for me. And I felt very honored to just be in their home. I mean, this is where they live. It's basically their kitchen, their living room, and they welcomed us in. And of course, you want to support them in their efforts to sustain themselves. I did buy a mola and got the beaded ankle bracelet, and also bought a cloth piece of material. As you can see, the woman is wearing one wrapped around her. And then when she agreed to having her picture taken, she wanted to get changed into more formal dress. And I think it was a great honor to be able to capture this image. Anabel is making us 3 meals a day. Where did you learn to cook?
Where? At home with my mom.
Yeah?
I love cooking. So, since I was a child, I was all the time next to my mom watching how she was cooking. I enjoy nice food. This is why also I like to make food, because I want to eat nice and properly. That's it.
And how is it
getting used to a small space in the boat.
Not easy, but nice.
Okay, so there's even an oven, and you made brownies one day. That was pretty amazing.
I
And then
tried
you
all my
make
best.
bread. You make bread.
It's over there. I don't know if you can see, but it's over there.
Yeah. Can't wait to eat. It looks delicious. Okay, so I'm with Alex and Anabel of Intrepido Experience. Tell me, and my big audience, what do you love about sailing?
We love the sea. From years and years ago, we have been sailing. Alex on his city, me in another cities. And the main thing, I think, to feel free, to be the owner of your own time, and that the only worries are the weather. I think that this is the basic things about to live on the sea. Also enjoy the nature, be able to jump in the water, to see all these animals, to feel the breeze, to be able to move just with the wind. So
To disconnect the stress, to disconnect for all the things.
our freedom finally
Yeah.
is the main thing, but it's everything that involves this lifestyle.
And what about San Blas in particular? Because you've been here for a year and a half now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the original plan got sidetracked because of the pandemic, and you kind of got stuck here, right?
Yeah.
But what do you love about San Blas? What have you learned since you've been here?
We learn. What do you want to say?
The first time when we think in around the world, we only think in the countries, in places, not in all around the place. And San Blas have a special thing for us, and it's the people. The people in San Blas is not only the places. The places is very beautiful, and the sea is perfect. But the people is wow, unbelievable.
What is the main thing here? That your only worries are what I'm gonna have for food today, how is the weather today, and that's it. You are no worried about somebody's gonna steal you something, because here the people is very pure, in my opinion. So it's something magic on here, and it's that the indigenous didn't follow the evolution that the rest of the people did. They are like stopping the time, and this is what we love. But the more important are the basic things, and most of the time we forget about this when we are living on the city with the stress and all this stuff. So this is one of the main things. It's a safe place, nice people around. The community of the boat also is so nice, and to be free and to be a part of the rest of the world, because you don't have too much internet connection, you don't have too much information about what is going on over there.
Yeah.
And this made you feel happy and relaxed, because out of here is everything a chaos, I think, at the moment. But this is why we choose San Blas.
And will you be continuing to host people when you're doing when you're sailing around in the Polynesia and
Yeah, of course. The
Yeah.
plan is ready. And San Blas is a very beautiful place, but it's only for some time. It's possible for the next year. We can go. We won't go to French Polynesia and Micronesia and another.
When the beginning we made this plan, because Alex and me, we are not rich. This is our house, and we're still working on it all the time. You need to do this kind of project, like sailing around the world. That is our project, our dream. You need money to survive. I mean, we don't want to be rich, and we are not going to be rich, never. But to survive, we made the choice to have people on board. We have two kind of experience. San Blas, where the people sail, but you don't have to be a sailor, big sailing like Atlantic crossing, like Pacific crossing. So we will be hosting people all the time, but on different ways.
And people can find you where? What's the best place
we have
to find you?
in social network, Instagram and Facebook, website, and the name is the same, Intrepido Experience. Vuelta al mundo a vela or sailing around the world. There you have our contact, and you can text us, email us, and ask about what are we doing, what is our next destination. If you want to be with us, here we are.
And the food is amazing. Anabel, you're an incredible cook. You really are.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I've eaten the best I have ever had in Panama consistently on this boat because of your cooking.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just try my best, and we try just to survive having nice food.
Oh, it's delicious. Okay, so I like to ask a question that has nothing to do with anything, but has everything to do with everything. So in life, do you think it's best to follow the head or the heart?
You need to follow your heart always, but you need to have your feet on the floor. I mean, we need to dream, and we need to keep dreaming because it's what maintains us alive, our hearts. But don't leave everything and say, okay, I'm leaving, I'm doing this trip or whatever. No, make a plan, follow this, make a date, make a plan, and follow your dream. But always thinking, what are you doing? Don't be mad, on my opinion. Don't be mad and leave everything and okay, never mind. We'll see what happened. No, this is a plan that Alex had for now. Before he started, was 3 years before he started to make this plan and to choose the boat and to choose how to maintain the trip. After all this, he saw, okay, it's available and I can do it, I will do it. So the people think that we are crazy because we left everything and we did this trip, but it's something that we plan a lot.
Yeah.
Alex was doing training, he studied a lot to be a professional captain, he had the experience to do this trip, so it's not something that you choose from one day to another. Always follow your dream. This is I think that everybody should have dreams and follow them.
Well, I know I feel very grateful that I could be part of the experience because of your dream. So thank you so much for this incredible experience.
Thank you for coming on board. You are part of the crew of Intrepido now. Thank you so much.
All right, so Connie, what has been a highlight of this trip for you so far?
Oh, I would say everything is a highlight. It's an amazing experience.
What brought you to this place in the middle of the ocean in the San Blas?
My friend Connie Lee and my friend Suzanne. Yeah.
And what are you enjoying about the trip so far?
Camaraderie, warm water to dive into, white sandy beaches that don't burn your feet, and learning about the Kuna culture.
This is actually how a lot of shopping happens in San Blas. Boats come up to your boat and they can carry a variety of things. Who knows what you're going to find? But these guys had some fresh vegetables. And in this boat is where we met Samuel. And what a character he was. We had some good laughs. And Alex and Anabel bought some produce. And she made an amazing gazpacho with the tomatoes that she bought from the guys on the boat.
Okay. Señor,
Dígame,
¿cuál es su nombre?
Samuel Molinar.
¿Espacio? ¿Esposo?
¿Tiene mujer? ¿Está
Sí,
casado?
sí, sí, sí.
Ah.
Ya has perdido la mitad de la audiencia. La mitad de la
Ahora que
audiencia.
van a enamorar de ti.
No, dile que no, pues.
Borra.
Bórralo de nuevo.
Empezamos de nuevo. Dice,
We're going to our final destination of the trip. We're going to spend Sunday night here, wherever here is, and then tomorrow we get picked up. I think we still have some snorkeling today. I truly see the appeal of this sailing life in the San Blas. Okay, so earlier I did say that I was going to maybe get on a crew and volunteer on a boat. I don't think so, because by this point in the trip, the reality of what you deal with had sunk in. It's hot. It gets stuffy in the cabins. It's a cramped space, and you can't go for a walk unless you're going to go to shore. Well, there goes Connie and Suzanne off to the bar on the island. So we will see what they do and when they return. But it's the last night in San Blas. In this next clip. Thank you, Alex and Anabel, and continued successful adventures on the seas.